the context of which the pleasure is, the pain is, you might say, I mean, I only care about the pleasure and pain in this physical world. I don't care about it after I die. In which case, you just throw away that argument too, because it presumes that you care like afterwards too. So like it's going to have to be like a little bit more further stated about like having values after death and things like that. But I think generally people do think about it like that. But yeah, I mean, like you said, there's not like I don't think the argument is like foolproof that like you can't escape it. But I do think that most people probably share something that does commit them to this. Well, without ad hoc explaining it already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm more like interested in like what I should think about it, right? So, like what I'm committed to here is that like I want to avoid harm and experience pleasure, but I think I should only be doing that. Like I can only make those decisions on the basis of what I think is true, right? So, or likely true. Right? So what's going to make the argument have legs for me is what I'm trying to figure.
Well, think of it more like this. I mean, it's like the lottery. Like the lottery, well, for one, it has in the background that the lottery exists, obviously. But one of the things that we'll agree on is like it's very unlikely for you to win the lottery. Now people still play the lottery, obviously. And so like what's going on there? Like they have a belief that it's very unlikely, and yet they continue to play it. And so like there's some expected value about like the calculus that could be going on there. Like I said, this kind of presumes that for one the lottery exists, and I know that's kind of in question about the status of whether or not an afterlife exists or a God exists. And so that makes it a little harder. Is like what's going on there, but I think that's going to be like the similar kind of numbers game they want to play.
Yeah, but then it sounds like unless you take like my commitments and then do some kind of calculus, right? It seems like it's kind of unclear what the argument is supposed to do for someone with my commitments. Like I don't know. I'm just not sure why I should like. What premises I accept that are committing me to what? I don't really get it. But if you want, you can send me the paper in the back chat.
Yeah, I can send it to
you. Actually, I'd like a copy of my paper too, if possible. I'll be able to sound you about it.
Okay. Does anybody else want it?
I'd like to read it.
I still have it saved.
Or you want to throw it in the chat window, or does it have to be like a...
You know what? I'm a mod. I'll put it in the pinned link. Woohoo! Right, everybody gets it.
There we go.
Get a paper. They get a paper. Like I said, well, real quick, Paul. I don't think the argument's foolproof. I just think it's way better than the original Pascal's.
That might be.
It's well. I mean, the old Pascal's wager has been like it's old. I mean, they've had a lot of years of criticism, but this one's a little harder to get around for me because I think generally most people do accept the premises, so it's just hard to deny it.
I mean, my issue with the old Pascal's wager is this practical decision on the basis of things I don't believe are true, right? I think that's the confusion with the old argument. Now, I'm not...
consciousness. It doesn't matter what people are saying. That is the reigning thing right now. What has God called you to do? Where is God leading you? Where does God want you to be? Thank you, Holy Spirit. And even now the Lord is reminding me of our idea.
This is so important on top of everything that we've discussed, with the power of one, the power of a seed, the power of speaking a seed and sowing it into the ground, because this is what Jesus was preparing.
So on and so forth. Yeah.
And they say that there was many Christians in Rome before the apostles got there, right?
I don't know.
How?
It says that in Matthew, it says that all his fame spread throughout all the towns of Syria after he healed many. So the Gospels have truth and history in them. Pontius Pilate dealt with his death.
You said that there were Christians in Rome. So this is the thing. This is my stance. When we start taking it into other nations, the Bible wasn't written for other nations. The Bible was only written to the Israelites and for the Israelites. So when you start taking it into Rome and all of these other different nations who have had their feel and putting their hand in our book, that's where the waters get muddy.
So do you believe Jesus is the Messiah?
Do I believe Yeshua is the Messiah? I believe that he was the suffering servant. Yes, I believe that there's still he is still to come back as Dawid, the conquering king.
Alright, so you believe that he will come back as the conquering king? Is that what I just heard?
As the
like laws of logic first order law.
Yeah, it would depend, I guess, which laws of logic you apply, I guess. There have been edits. I know that Quine's laws of logic tends to be the most prevailing one, which is something I accept. But yeah, there's a lot of different points of view from perspectives, I guess.
I think, like, first order logic is just like a human construct, and it's mostly just like speculation, because you need to like show the way that logic, what's it called? Connects to the world. It's not the word. It's more like how it fits in the world. Like, what is it metaphysical? Like groundings of life.
Application of the laws of logic in what you're planning to do.
How it relates to the world. Yeah, that was the word.
Yeah.
So are the laws of logic what's ontologically primary?
I'm not sure.
They're not, right?
I'm not sure is what I'm saying. I'll have to investigate.
Yeah, they're not.
Well, what? Okay, so how are they not then?
well, they're only rules. They're only it's just a framework that we use. But then, what happens when the science is right, the observation is correct, but the logic is wrong? We adjust, right? We
Yeah,
adjust
we
the
adapt.
logic.
We
Exactly,
adapt.
we adapt. Exactly. So the logic can't be what's ontologically primary.
Okay, so how does this
The
prove God
the
exists,
laws.
though?
Well, how do you disprove in God? Is what I want to know.
Because there isn't any evidence to support that there is a deity alive.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay. So, what you have an argument for that?
I just gave it.
No, that's just restating the claim.
That's me giving you the explanation that there's no.
A claim is not an explanation.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I said a claim is not evidence.
It's not a claim, it's giving you a report of my observations that there is no God.
Well, your observations could be wrong. How do you know your sense perceptions right all the time?
Have you seen a God?
I don't need to see a God. To know that to know that God exists. I don't see oxygen. I don't see gravity, but I know it exists. I don't see I don't see Wi-Fi. I don't see Wi-Fi, right? But I know Wi-Fi exists, right?
You can see all that if you use electron microscopes and radio
Well, that's
waves.
now you're an instrumentalist. Now you're relying on an instrument to tell you what is, can, and cannot be. And I think you're gonna bump into a lot of problems with that.
Well, that's how science works. You're going to make a few mistakes here and there, but you're going to make a few improvements as well.
And I should use science to get me to where you want me to go. Yeah? So how is science going to help me?
I don't particularly care, but it's up to you.
Well, what if God is? I'm telling you, God is a spirit.
Okay, how do you evidence a spirit then?
Because since who is it? Is it Descartes? It's been dualism. It's the material realm, right?
How do you find it? How do you search for it? How do you test this there?
Well, first of all, how do you test the uniformity of nature?
Well, can you answer my question? That'll be great.
Yeah, sure. How do I test if God is there? I know what God is because He's revealed Himself through all human history. That's how we know. Because you see, without God existing in His self-disclosure, there's not going to be any metaphysical background information to take place for you to interpret any facts. They would just punitively exist in a metaphysical environment of complete nothingness. And you wouldn't know why anything is, can, or cannot be. Now, if you're telling me right now that you need to see God to believe that God exists, then I think I don't know what God you're talking about because it's not the God of the Bible.
I'm not ruling out the possibility of God. Like, even if possibility makes sense, because, like, possibility entails, like, contingency and necessity and, like, things like that. But, not really. Like, Bart, you're familiar with what a kippah is, right? If you look at my profile, I have one. I am a God believer, right? But it's just like a matter of belief at this point.
So, Chris left. They usually opt out.
I think I found it. an option to relocate to a reservoir and go fully off grid. You know, what's $36,000 as far as a home? Throw some Starlink on the top of it, and I can do all my work.
Kat, can you come up so you can play DJ for me? Because I'm going to be at work, if it's possible. I can invite people up. Stuff for me. Thank you, Kat.
I'm passed through.
I didn't realize I didn't follow you, Kat. I'm sorry. Oh, you don't follow me too. Can we follow each other, Kat?
Sure.
Kat, have you left the inner city?
Huh? What?
I don't know if that's a yes or a no.
Do I what? Have I what?
Have you left the inner city?
I never lived in an inner city.
Okay, that's a yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I hope you understand, like my psychotic symptoms. I'm having like a hard time with my psychiatric.
Sure, certified, whatever you say.
Oh, so you don't believe it?
Why would I believe you?
I mean, because we can see that this issue happened to me before you. So, I mean, that's kind of like evidence that it can happen.
What is your diagnosis, certified?
I have a lot of like schizoaffective, bipolar, multi-personality disorder. I got like diagnosed like a lot of times by different psychiatrists. And you can look up like psychotic symptoms.
I don't think that's a diagnosis, certified.
That's a what?
I think schizoaffective multi-personality disorder is not a diagnosis.
What do you mean is a diagnosis?
You just like said a bunch of words out loud. That's not a diagnosis.
Can you get diagnosed with schizoaffective?
Schizoaffective multi-personality disorder is not a diagnosis.
No, it's not conjoined together.
Multiple personality disorder nowadays is being overlooked. They just think that that's just a nice way to tell somebody they're an asshole. Am I correct?
Yes.
Hey, Barth. I'm so glad that you had that conversation with J.L. Warren last night. I hate that guy, and I enjoyed everything that you did. I also didn't like how he just kept cutting you off every time you would fucking talk.
By the way, Kat, it wasn't like a conjunction. It was like two separate diagnoses. I think that's where we misinterpreted.
Yeah, like
whatever you say, certified.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
About JL? Yeah, I don't like that guy. And he just wouldn't let you talk. He kept cutting you off. The mods had to move him down at one point. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to interrupt the conversation. I just wanted to tell Barth that.
It was clear what you were saying. There was no interruption.
Yeah, no problem.
So, Kat, what evidence do I need to present to prove like
that? Yeah, I know. I believe you. Certified. I got to move it to the audience. I'm sorry, but yeah, Bill. You're not going to gaslight Kat. You're not doing that today. Sorry. So yeah, Bill, that happens a lot, especially with J.L. Warren. Guy's history. I mean,
guy's a
history with him.
A dick.
Yeah, big time.
Yep.
Yeah, I have a little bit of a history with him. And,
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. Oh, I have a history with a lot of these people. We've debated in the past. I've debated a lot of these guys in the past.
I'm not from Discord, so I don't know, the histories of, everybody like most people here. I've only been on Clubhouse for about 8 months, but I know you were a regular on Discord, Barth. So was he on Discord? Was J.L. Warren on Discord too?
Yeah, he's part of a group that a theist actually put together.
Really?
The theist is his name is Blackout, and
I've heard of Blackout.
Yeah, so Blackout put together a group, and the group was Jack Burton, J.L. Warren, King Xerxes, another guy named God 420, and this was an atheist group that he gave a platform to, so that they could debate some theists. Now, King Xerxes is an interesting person because he comes from a biblical background. So they're going to give people like King Xerxes the floor because he's going to come with some sort of biblical background. And that's pretty interesting. I mean, that's what we want to be challenged on, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
Blackout liked this angle. And he's a bit aggressive, but he's not from like the Tom Rabbit sort of atheist group. He's kind of his own, he started his own thing. And we kind of liked that angle. Well, he liked that angle. And when he was doing stages on Discord, which was basically like this, right? King Xerxes, this is when Garth was in the server also, he was fucking crushing it. I mean, he was like a few weeks where he was on, and they were getting like 1,000 people every night he was on.
Is that King Xerxes you're talking about?
Yes, because of the way. So on Discord, you have to kind of get the link to be in the server. There's no like place,
right,
where it would have like a place where everyone could just go to, and there would be like you could find the server.
Yeah, I'm on Discord now. I kind of know how it works.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're kind of lost if someone doesn't give you a link, kind of like
Yep.
Yeah. So when the stages were going off, there was a bit of a glitch where there was this menu that you could see what stages are going on, and because we had activity in the server, and there was some pretty decent discussions going on, people were attracted to that, and we were getting people from everywhere. People that just joined, and King Xerxes. While King Xerxes is on stage, we obviously had Darth on the bottom. Darth was running his arguments, and then they would be on stage. And it was the same concept as here. You'd have to raise your hand. There's people on stage. Same concept. But then, for some strange reason, they stopped it because I think there was people exploiting it. But Discord has a terms of service. They have a TLS, and they don't. It's a privilege. These apps are privileges. They're not rights.
Right.
This is a privilege. Okay, this isn't a right. So if you're on there and they're they have this thing where they like to theme the servers and the rooms. So a lot of the times there would be a discussion going on, like let's just say abortion, right? But then the server is not themed that. The server is themed video games or something else, right? And they would bait people into these servers, and then later on they'd be like, "Oh, I joined this server," and they're not talking about this all the time. And they have like a TOS for that. You can't just bait somebody into a room. It has to be themed properly. So the server that we had that Blackout started with Banshee, it was themed politics and religion. So if we were talking about politics, gay rights, things like that, the server's themed properly for that. Even though we mostly spoke about religion, but once you put politics involved in it, you pretty much talk about anything. Right. I don't think other servers are doing that, and they were misrepresenting the brand. So they stopped it, but it was a shame because we had a community of about 2,500 people when it first started, and him being on the stage got it all the way up to 11,000 in a matter of a few weeks.
Why? Well, why was he that popular?
Eso que yo le estoy diciendo a ese tipo, man. Yeah, siempre están pasando de aquí y no quieren pasar suave. Eso que yo le estoy diciendo, man. Voy a poner I'm going to make a sign. Slow. Fucking guy. Sorry, but this
that's okay.
They got the gators here, right? It's a big fucking site. So when he passes by with the gator, he's blowing dust everywhere. And there's fucking dust everywhere. Pissing me off.
Do you know why he got that popular? I mean,
King Xerxes?
I know who he is.
Oh,
but...
man. Listen, he's got some pretty decent arguments. But he likes, he's a pretty aggressive. And the atheist community that I say that is dark, that follows dark, they're also very aggressive, and they didn't get along because then they would start having these philosophical discussions about, different views like physicalism, right? All these other things, and when they go back and forth, he would still have that attitude as if he was debating people. Debating Christians, where he would kick them off the stage, this and the other. So he started to get kind of a bad rep with the rest of the community. Eventually, he wound up going to politics server, where I left also. So Banshee is the mastermind. He's the one who's been really holding the torch for this community. It's not Tom. Because Tom had banned most of the people that were in politics and religion.
Okay.
So I'll give you an example. When Darth left Real Politics before it got shut down, because it got shut down because right after Trump wasn't president anymore, they started shutting down these right-wing servers. And, things became a lot more liberal. So anything that had to deal with anti-Semitic or anything with right-wing, things like that, they shut that shit down. Right when they deleted his Twitter account, they did like a nationwide sort of sweep of this, ever since the...
You talking about Trump's Twitter account?
Well, not only Trump, but after the what is it called again? When they went into the
January 6th.
Yeah.
On the Capitol. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So they did a huge sweep of anything that was promoting, because I think that they found out there was a few Discord servers that were kind of promoting this sort of. Not saying that they promoted the behavior, but there was people that were connected to it that, that they wanted to shut down any sort of activity like that. And then before you know it, I mean, anything that even had an inkling of any sort of activity like that, they started to shut that shit down. So a lot of people stopped talking about. A lot of people stopped talking about these right wing.
You see it, right?
Do I see it?
So, some stuff.
Hold on a second. Let me clean my glasses. Because these guys keep driving by with the dust.
I in the box. I chip in. I break it from.
No, I'm gonna tell them that they drove by and they got dust in the eye. That's what I'm gonna tell them. No, I know, but I'm gonna blame it on them.
I break it from inside with one by car.
You by yourself in there?
Yeah. You see the concrete, right?
No, I don't see anything, but I know you feel it. You gotta put your head back more.
They see good watch out. I'll keep it with me. Right now, you.
All right. Now you. All right. Anyway, you guys still there? Sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, somebody had some concrete in their eye. I had to, but
no problem.
It's good old Eddie. I love these guys. These guys are great.
So basically,
yeah, they come by with the fucking gator and they're kicking up dust everywhere.
So basically,
it's very dry. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
You and J.L. Warren had a run-in back on Discord. Is that what was going on?
You gotta remember, I support, the presuppositional apologetics. So with Darth, which I initially, my name has been Barthologist or Barthology always, and then people started saying Barth, but that was before I even started following Darth. I mean, you could ask Kat, even before we even started really debating religion, right, Kat?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so I've been Barth before I even met Darth. No, we met Darth, and then, we stayed away, because what happens is on Discord, the functions were they're different. So if you were part of a server, and you would if you got banned from the server, you wouldn't be able to be in that server. So a lot of people that were part of Tom's community, if you got banned from Tom's community and all your friends were still in there, it's either you start another server, and good luck trying to get people to go in there if all your friends are hanging out somewhere else. So
right.
That's where he kind of had I'm always talking to myself.
Except when you're on the phone.
I'm on the phone. How are you? Everything's good? You came in yesterday? He told me to stay home yesterday.
Some people were upset, but I was like, I wouldn't have fucking came in either. Not if you're on that scaffold and nobody really came in.
No. But he's driving around over there. I know you have to be here. I see that machine on at fucking 6 o'clock in the morning. This is the operating engineers. They got to be here like the whole time. I mean, think about it. If you're running an excavator, does it really matter if it's snowing or not? No, it doesn't. So they got to come in. I stayed home yesterday. Fuck that. Anyway, are you guys still there? Sorry about that.
I'm here. Don't worry about it. I'm in. You're not bothering me at all.
Yeah. So, Godless. I met Godless, and this was when I first got into the community, and I didn't even know who fucking Darth was, and I heard her talking about Darth, though I had no fucking idea who the guy was. And when I met Godless, there was this transition in between servers. And so Darth had left Real Politics, right? And then and then there was another server called Enlightenment, where everybody joined. That was like 1,500 strong. We did that for a while. Then Dark left there. And then he kind of started this server on his own called Reformation. And then another server started because Banshee was the one who got really close with Dark. So he created another server that was called Veritas. And then he went there. But then I think Darth went to other places. This is even before I started following Darth. I think he was in religious debates or something like that. He jumps around. So the functions on the servers changed, and Banshee was the first one to capitalize on the fact that instead of us all hanging out in different servers, everyone could have perms in a room within the server. So if you went into the room, you wouldn't need server mods. You would have mods for the room that it was named or themed after the people that you were hanging out with. So instead of us all jumping around into different servers, we all stayed in one server. And he started this in Veritas, and then after Veritas was what was it, Cat? It was Veritas
Philosophical Checkmate.
Philosophical Checkmate for a little bit.
There's been so many.
And then we jumped back and forth. When I met Venus, anytime I would join Philosophical Checkmate, he would ban me from the server like 4 or 5 times in a row. And he was still hanging out in Enlightenment with Joy Wolf, Hager, the guys that still had Enlightenment. But that server died out. And then, what is it called? Diesel Fuel? No Diesel Fuel here. This morning? Well, you guys cleaned up yesterday. So you got to ask Eddie. He's chopping in that room over there. Hello?
The only evidence that he's ever voted in.
Yeah, I'm here.
Is like that Access
Yeah.
Hollywood Billy Bruce.
I'm going up. I got to go up. Yeah, I might have to go for a little bit, guys.
No problem.
The cattle man the show here.
Yeah, I'll handle the show.
Sorry for hijacking the room, Cat.
Yeah, no problem.
No, I've hardly ever spoken to you before, so I'm happy I got the opportunity to speak to you, Bill.
Yeah, I am too. I don't talk a lot. I like to listen, but I don't mind talking, every once in a while. So thanks for talking with me, Bart.
No, I want you to stay. I want you to hang out.
Yeah, hang out.
Did he tell you where it was? Did they take it? Did you check those? Did you check over there in the corner where they have the containers? Did you check over there where they keep the tanks? The tanks over there. But we wouldn't have that there, right? Who else is using the diesel? It would have to be either over there. And they use diesel on those little lifts, right? That's diesel, those little lifts, right? Let me see if there's one over here. Yeah, so Nancy capitalized on that function when Discord got, and then we all hung out on one server for a long time, and it was politics and religion. So, when it changed, we had a good thing going there for a while, man. Politics and religion. But I guess they wanted to come here. This app is like way better with the sound. Well, do you guys have a diesel container? Have you guys seen it? No?
That just makes him a hypocrite. That just makes him a hypocrite. That just makes him a hypocrite.
New messages received from UC. Messages you need to read a message in your Universal Credit Journal. Sign into your online account today.
What's up, Joanne?
Hey.
How are you?
Hey, John. I'm good. You? How's the snow? My granddaughter called from Monroe. She put the phone down. She made a snowman. I showed Kat.
It's all gone already. It's mostly gone already.
All right. Well, she had fun yesterday anyway, the kid.
Well, my wife didn't buy any stuff. If we could save money here and there, it hasn't really been snowing.
No.
I mean, and then the kids wanted to go out, but we didn't really have stuff. And she's like, no.
Well, my brother has a plow, and he counts on this snow for his contracts, but he didn't have any.
Yeah, yeah. That's shaky.
But oh, Naya had fun yesterday with that snow, boy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my granddaughter. She brought her phone out, put her phone under a safe place so I could watch her on FaceTime for like 2 hours playing in the snow.
Nah, they fucking got this thing locked. Motherfuckers.
Oh, I love the way you say that.
I'll cut this fucking lock. I don't give a shit. Hold on one second.
So fucking me. You're so me, but you're so me, but you're a guy. Motherfucker. That's how I say it. Hi, Kat.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. I changed my picture to this picture I took last September.
Oh, that's
My
adorable.
hat. Thank you. I'm a big hat girl.
About that Huntington's.
Is that Daniel Nero?
Oh! Who's got the key? Who's got the key to that diesel? The diesel that's in there. Who's got the key to that? I know, but I don't give a shit. Everything's ours. I know. Who? The waterproofers? Where the fuck is he?
To Daniel Chavez.
Yo, I have the key. He's telling me it's the waterproofers. I know. I'll cut the fucking thing.
He's so me. I can't stand it.
There's no. Who gives a shit if there's the fucking camera?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't give a shit if there's a camera here.
No,
I'll
don't
say,
do it.
oh, I forgot. I messed. You can blame it on me.
Don't
blame it on me.
Chavez.
What do I do on my own? No, hold on.
He said the waterproofers.
You want a relationship?
God, no. I'm trying to follow your logic.
Bart. Oh my God. So how's everyone doing today? Who's there? Bert. How are you? Daniel, Walter.
I'm good.
Oh.
Anyway, who's this Bert guy?
Chavez.
Who's this Bert guy?
Chavez. Mira.
Yeah, Bert, you got to come up, Bert. I mean, I don't mind Walter hanging out because I've heard his voice, but I don't know who. Oh, that's a cute picture of you, Joanne.
Thank you. That was last September.
That's adorable. That's adorable.
Thank you.
Yeah, Bert, you got to talk, Bert. It's a policy of mine. I'm not here for popularity. I have about just a handful of friends. That's all I give a fuck about. Just me and you, Kat.
Bert won't come up.
Bert doesn't want to come up?
No, why not?
I invited him. He rejected.
Well, you know what's next.
Let me look at his profile. He has
hang out for a little bit.
KIV. Oh, KJV only. So he's a Christian.
Oh, KJV only.
King James version.
Why would you do that? Why would he do that?
What else does he got?
KJV only.
King James.
King James only. I mean, the King James even got the Alpha and Omega fucked up.
I know. I think James Coletta did good with Darth last night.
No, he didn't.
No?
You knew that was coming, Joanna. Come on. Darth and James did not get along.
Yeah, but they had a good exchange.
Think so?
I don't know.
You can't disprove God. It's hard. I mean, you have to really come with something. But I mean, I can understand local atheism, but for the most part, you're just going to be agnostic. It's pretty silly to say that God doesn't exist. Nicole George. Hi, Nicole. You have a cute picture there, too. So you got some running pants and coffee, and you look happy. That's awesome. Come up, if you can.
Hi, Nicole.
We're just a bunch of boomers. Here we go with Mister.
Hey, speak for yourself. I'm Gen X.
I'm also Gen X. So we're going to put some titles here. We're going to put faith and spirituality. And we don't want to be redundant with spirituality, so we're going to put meditation. We'll make this, what are you blocked out of the other rooms, mister? Oh, we got the diesel.
Daddy. Yo, Barth, where you at? Why, you cute ass nigga.
Talk to me in Spanish. You talk pretty good Spanish.
I know. Oye, chico, ¿cómo está la vaina?
No, oye, ¿cómo la vaina? Oh.
O sea, ¿de dónde es tu familia? ¿Tu
Mi
familia son?
familia es, mi mamá es de España, de Valencia.
Ah, qué bien.
Ella es solo judía, pero puertorriqueña también. Eso es bien raro.
Ah, no. O sea, judío español.
Yep. Oh, yeah, you are?
No.
No, you're not a Sephardic Jew?
I mean, I have like 1% Jewish ancestry. But
I think everybody has Judaism in them. Because in 1493, they exiled all of the Jews from Portugal. In Portugal, there was 50% of Jews and 30% of them were in Spain. They got pushed out and they went to Romania. And many of them went to Romania, many of them went to different.
and she would just be, and he would be saying it in this really quiet voice, and then Haiti would just be raging. Yeah, fuck you, Bartolus, you're on my permanent block list. And shit, it was fucking hilarious. It was like the best thing Bartolus could have done.
Yeah, no, I just want to end that by saying I think Haiti is an amazing person. I think she's a great add to this community. She has great arguments, and she's really like an essential part of this community. And I feel honored being blocked by her. I'm just saying. But we do have a meme room that has a collection of her sending DMs to people to block people, and it's hysterical. I wish I could add you guys, but
what's fascinating with Bart is like he's so good at getting all these people triggered. Like Bart will make people really, really angry.
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, I've never gotten you that angry. I mean, you've only banned me.
I know. I find you amusing, but I also find Godless School amusing. But you guys manage to make a lot of people angry.
Yeah, what's funny is that's not even our intention.
Yeah, see, I think when it's unintentional, that's when you really get to that. I think people who try to troll are always going to fail.
Like Daniel?
I don't think Daniel trolls.
Honestly, I think that when me and Godless troll, it's just natural.
I don't think Godless even trolls. I think that's just her personality. Like when she sees...
Yeah, that's what I mean.
She sees Coptic Christians on this app and she just makes fun of them for being killed and raped by the Muslims. I don't think she's trolling. I think she just genuinely enjoys getting people angry.
I'm not getting really inflammatory.
So wait, V, I asked, I've been asking Muslims why they don't have a space program, and then there's this Wikipedia article that's from the UAE saying that they have a space program, but when their astronauts went to space, they only took a spaceship. They went to space and then they came back down. They didn't go into the space station. Would you consider that them going to space if they didn't go to the space station? Because I don't think if they don't go to the space station, it's not like a win for them.
Which country is this? Was this like Pakistan or Iran or something?
No, it's India has... No, it's not. It's the UAE. The UAE is...
They have a big space program. I think they have some...
No, they don't. I'll post the link.
I think Iran has a big one, don't they?
No, Iran... Iran, I think, has put up satellites, but they've never trained astronauts to be in the space station.
I've heard... it might just be one of those internet rumors, but I mean, there's articles about it and stuff.
I'll post the Wikipedia link.
They put out a fatwa that going to Mars is haram.
Oh, that's kind of funny. But that's expected. I thought you were gonna say something funnier. That there's
no, because the reason why because if they went to Mars, they wouldn't know where to pray. Like they wouldn't know where to point to pray if they were on Mars.
You know, an interesting rumor that's going on these days is this guy Iyedawa like raped his stepdaughter. Have you heard about that, Carlos?
Yeah, I thought it was innocent, but I guess now he's there was like a rape kit done and stuff.
It took like a plea deal, I heard, or something like that.
Yeah, that's fucking horrible.
That's crazy.
I mean, this poor girl is now like I don't want to capitalize on this poor girl's misfortune in life, V. I get what you're saying though, but that poor girl now has to deal with this. So
you know what's kind of fucked up? It's like I don't really feel sorry for like rape victims. It's like I don't give a shit. But for some reason, I really feel sorry for his current wife, though. Like people get raped, they get killed, so what? That's like part of reality. But things like this woman married this guy and believes he's innocent, even though he raped a child, like that part fucks with my head.
Well, no, I'm not going to say. Listen, we don't know the because the charges on him are not rape. There's
I think they dropped. I think they dropped.
No, it's a third-degree misdemeanor.
Well, I think it's like third-degree battery, but yeah, they dropped the rape case, but he took a plea, and given the plea, he can face 2 to 17 years.
Yeah, so if he made advances at her, or or things like that, then they'll say that he attempted to do child endangerment, but that doesn't, because if it was a rape, like, they're not going to give you a third-degree misdemeanor. A rape is a rape.
I think now he has guaranteed prison time. The question is he going to fall? He's going to fall between 2 to 17. I don't think.
Not for third-degree. Not for third-degree misdemeanor. No.
I don't think it was misdemeanor. I think there was like battery.
You posted the link. Post the link again.
There was 2 rape charges and 1 sexual battery.
Child endangerment, and a third-degree misdemeanor. I read it. I mean, you can post it again.
Which one was this? Because which one was this? Was this like the court document?
I don't know. In the link, the one that you posted.
It might be correct.
Endangerment and third-degree misdemeanor, but I could be wrong.
Regardless, do you know what he's charged with? Actually, you know who's an expert on this is Albedo. Albedo, are you there, buddy?
Yeah, I don't know.
Was it battery or rape, Albedo? Since you were kind of like obsessed with this thing. And the EA, that was that.
I'm not obsessed with it. I didn't even really follow it at all.
Oh, now Albedo's trolling V?
No, Albedo's just trolling. But yeah, Albedo, was it battery or rape?
I have no idea. What for who? EA Dawa? Kalila?
Yeah.
Oh, she's trolling hard now, V.
For what he just got convicted
just
with?
stop trolling and just tell me, was it battery or rape?
Oh.
Assault, okay.
Wait, Albedo, you were trolling when you say I'm not obsessed with it?
That's literally all he cares about.
I've never seen Albedo troll before. Were you trolling Albedo?
Yeah, he was.
It's early in the morning, you might catch him in a rare moment.
Yeah, they're being goofy.
Like, Albedo literally studied this case for hours. Like, he knows every detail, every corner.
That seems weird for Albedo to get obsessed with something like that. Why, Albedo?
Well, I think any parent looks into things like this and is like, what the fuck? Like, it's,
Yeah, Albedo's a parent. Yeah, that's true. That's a very good reason. I think all of you guys are crazy for having kids, except for you, Bart. I actually think you're probably the only body on this app that has a stable life. Funny enough, because the way you behave, you would think that you were extremely unstable, but Bart lives a very stable life.
Well, you don't think that
Thank you, V.
Not as much as Bart. Bart is married, he has 2 kids, he wakes up 6 a.m.
Four kids.
4 kids. He wakes up early, he makes them breakfast, he goes to work, he comes home, he comforts his wife, and then he gets online.
Yes. I wake up at
3. You're like a manager of a construction site too, right?
Yeah, and he has a good job as well.
Yes.
So it's Albedo is jobless, and all he does is yeah, what's up, Albedo?
I wake up at 3 a.m., I exercise for a couple hours.
And you know what's crazy about this girl is Albedo, lack of pussy, that's so depressing that he had to convert to Christianity to get some.
Oh my god.
Well, I have something in common with Albedo, is that we were both single parents to girls.
That's really brave,
Albedo.
And I think that's a really, especially now with the internet and all this stuff, and you come up on top. It's something to be proud of, yeah.
I love my daughter. I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't.
Who the fuck is this woman on Zolmina's picture? Who the fuck is that?
Why would you say that Albedo doesn't have a job? Doesn't like work out? He does.
Fucking with Albedo, Joe. Sometimes, I swear to God, sometimes you out autistic the autistic people on Discord.
She does. She's been doing that lately. I don't know why.
You're like, oh my God, Venus, why do you ask this obvious troll question of Albedo?
Yeah.
And she ruins it.
And I haven't had Nazi dick for 2 years. I'm going crazy, and I'm just flying randomly to Spain now. And after trying to learn Hungarian for like a year.
Oh, that sounds like you're jealous, V. That was a little jealous tint.
Which part do you think I'm more jealous of? That she's in Spain or that she's learning
traveling around?
No. I used to do the same dumb shit she's doing at her age. I traveled the entire world at her age. I was like in Spain, France, the Emirates, Albania, Bosnia. But I wasn't growing. Like, why the fuck was I visiting all these like shitholes to see like subhuman people?
I couldn't do that. My father passed away when I was 19, so.
Actually, no. It's more commendable if you're like American, because to travel to Europe to America is like takes both money and a lot of time. It's not like a 2-hour trip.
Well, I work while I do these trips.
And you also work, yeah.
Wait, what do you do, Joy? I thought you just lived off your rich parents.
She like clothes or something, right?
I have a job working for a medical company.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
She might have a job, even though she's like Holocaust denier, a slut, and a Jewess. And the last one is like worse than all the aforementioned. But it's crazy. No, actually, I understand, Bart. Like, why would a Jew ever have like hard labor? I thought you guys just got off like, you know, selling diamonds and doing like lazy stuff for money.
Yeah.
Who's this Muhammad guy? He's just like debating everybody in text and nobody's responding to him. Joy Wolf. Why did you put that PFP up?
Why are you constantly criticizing my PFP?
It's because they're so random.
These are just pictures that I've taken that I...
One day you have like a chicken on, then the next day you have like a meditation picture on.
It wasn't a meditation picture.
No. Oh, that's so funny. Have you visited Italy yet?
I went to Italy a while ago.
Oh, you did? Yeah, that's right. You went to the Vatican as well, didn't you?
Yeah, when I was a kid.
Yeah. You like it there?
I really like Italy. There's a lot of really nice artists.
I bet you like the men there.
I was literally 10, bro.
You see how she makes it weird, V? You see
I don't know. Like I used to masturbate when I was 10. Like, what does that mean? I was like literally 10. We didn't have like sexual urges at 10. Is that what you're trying to say?
I wasn't thinking.
Were you like a freak of nature or something? Like you didn't get turned on until you can magically turn 18?
I mean, though, V, to be honest, like Joy Wolf is sort of like, she is wifey material, though. Like, I would be interested.
Oh, she is, but she's trained to be wifey because of all the like orthodoxy stuff she had to go through.
Give me a
I don't think she apostatized until she was like 19 or something.
Yeah, she's like a well-trained princess. Like, she's ready.
Absolutely. But I think her sex skills are lacking, though. She only had sex with 2 people.
Yeah, but that number is usually ×3 when it comes to women, so.
I hate Nazis.
Yeah, but nobody likes you. But I doubt it's like plus sorry, times 3 for like Joe Wolf, but I grant that. I think that's usually accurate.
I put a poop emoji in the chat, and then I drew an arrow, and it's
You're so funny.
I said Muhammad, like Muhammad is the poop emoji, and then the Muslim.
Yeah. A 30-year-old male making poop emoji jokes. Good job, buddy.
I'm 40, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but she's got like a job or like a career. You know what I mean? Like, she's definitely wifey material, without a doubt. Like, I'm surprised like Rudy hasn't tried to, like make moves or try to make stuff happen with her. Like, if I was Rudy, I would definitely, without a doubt.
Why don't you quit Adderall?
Who are you talking to?
Adderall's like taking over your personality, Bart.
Yeah.
Like a whole. No.
Yeah.
You like are a drug.
Yeah. I'm like a big Adderall salt.
Your personality is meth.
Yep.
E-bike, it was really funny last night after you left that room that they made about Haiti. Bartologist was there, and she was so angry and yelling and raging because there were so many people attacking her. She was so angry, yelling, raging, and Bartologist comes in. You know how much hostility she has towards Bartologist, and he's talking all in a quiet voice because his kids are sleeping, but he's not saying anything rude. He's just like being obnoxiously polite and saying, "We like you, Haiti. Don't go." She's just like raging at him, screaming at him, and he's talking in his quiet voice, saying all these nice, polite things. It's so hilarious. He didn't say one mean thing the whole night.
I told her that I am attracted to women with big noses. Like, my wife has a big nose. Like, I love, like, that is something that I find very sexy in a woman. Right? Maybe it's because my mom is Jewish. Who knows? But I
does your mom have a big nose?
Yeah.
Are you saying that Jews have to
nose.
actually they do, yeah?
I don't know big nose.
But she's tan.
Do they have big noses? I thought they had hook noses.
Is that the same thing?
It's like a big nose. I find it attractive on women. I don't know. I think it has to do with like the fact that they could still breathe, like deep sea diving. They could probably go down for longer periods of time. I think there's some science behind it for me, but
oh my god.
So they can sniff your fart a mile away?
My farts? No, I wouldn't do that. Gotta smell nice.
Have you ever farted into a microwave?
No, I don't fart like that. Because I poop at the same time every single day.
Do you
like
take
when
the
I wake up in the morning.
off of the counter?
We have
something?
Linda, can you please continue your thought process? It sounds interesting.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Baba. I learned this from Clubhouse, but some people actually fart into the microwave so that the microwave cooks the fart smell and disseminates it throughout the...
What the fuck? Yeah, I don't know how that would work.
But you can get up there.
Work?
Is that
climbing on my counter?
Research?
Do you put like a funnel in your butt and then trumpet the fart out into, like, how do you do that?
Wouldn't all your food you cook in there get shit on it?
These are all fascinating questions that I unfortunately didn't ask at the time, so the research.
We need to continue the research. Anyone who wants to volunteer?
No, we need, can you be quiet, bud? We don't really know who you are.
Is this a private room?
I thought it was
any room Joy Wolf is in is private.
I thought of a really clever way you could capture a fart. So you can actually save up your farts. So say you got like an airtight container, like one of those mason jars, and then you get in the bathtub and you bring the mason jar underwater so it's completely filled up with water, and then you hold it underwater and catch your fart in it, like the bubbles that go in there, and then while it's still underwater, you close the mason jar and snap it so it's airtight, and you have the fart reserved, and then you can just keep repeating the process by holding it upside down into the bathtub until it's just completely full of fart. Isn't that clever?
How would anybody spend the time to do that? Like, actually.
There should be a new YouTube video of Goblos.
This shit would go viral, probably. Actually, I could then sell it, the mason jar full of fart online. People buy the weirdest shit. Somebody would pay money for that.
Absolutely.
I'd sell my poetry online.
You should write a book.
Yes, I'm collaborating with someone. We're working on a book, The Philosophy of the...
Oh, how do they know your poetry is any good before they buy it? You give them like a sample?
They can read it at the bookstore.
Oh.
That's a good point, Godless. I was thinking like an extract, but maybe there's something more.
Bob Byrne teaches his poetry in his shows.
John Lee, can you please do a recording of you reading my poetry?
Linda, so are you Malaysian?
No, I'm Chinese.
You're not black and Asian?
No, I'm Chinese.
Are you Mandarin?
Yes.
Are you good at math?
Yes.
你好，杨很好。
我好，谢谢。你是什么时候学？
You see, like, Linda, I think you're pretty, but I was never attracted to Asian women. Like, never. I've never even touched an Asian woman my entire life.
How do you know what Linda looks like?
She's had her PFP out.
Was it her?
Yes.
I'm assuming. I'm assuming it's her.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm not in her DMs. I'm not in her DMs, like, like.
I am.
Yeah, but. But yeah, I mean, me being Spanish and all, like, it's just not saying that.
You're Spanish.
I don't know. It's just. Yeah. Who asked me that?
Come
on. Are you Catholic?
Am I Catholic? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm Catholic. Of course I'm Catholic. Yeah, are you a Mohammedan?
No. I used to be an Alawian, not specifically a Mohammedan.
Oh.
How do you spell Muhammad?
What?
Is it M-O or M-U?
So Linda, are you a Buddhist?
I am a Hellenistic Zoroastrian.
No, I'm asking when you were growing up, like, what religion was in your family? Like, what was the tradition?
Capitalism.
That's very true, though. That's very true for Chinese people.
Bro, no one's asking you to sim for Linda, bro. Just chill out for a second, man.
Were you born in China?
I was, yes.
I never thought Catholics are passive-aggressive.
So, Linda, how did you make it? Because they were like getting rid of girls for a long time. I mean, how did you make it? I mean, thank God you're like a rarity.
I am. I was actually born in rural China, and they prefer boys there, but my parents decided to keep me. And part of the reason we moved to Australia was because they had a second child, my little brother, who, because of the one-child policy, would never get, I guess, legitimacy. And so, we had to move, and lucky me, and lucky my little brother, and actually our whole family.
Now, Linda, since you have so many men to choose from in China, do you think it's difficult to date?
She lives in Australia.
I understand that, but if she was, because are you a Chinese citizen or no? She was born in China, she said. Anyone else besides your parents?
My uncle.
Okay.
Is China taking control of Australia?
Yes, one piece of farmland at a time.
I actually think it's true. I'm not even joking.
She's coming for your dogs.
But you're not a part of the conspiracy, right? Like, the Chinese government didn't let you know about this. You just randomly moved to Australia. When I was in New Zealand, there was like so many fucking Chinese, and they were all like racist towards the Chinese because they're like.
So Linda, are you fertile? Like, are you like ready to be married? Like, are you gearing towards that or no?
That's such beautiful Catholicism right there.
I prefer to keep that private, but thanks for the question, Buffalo.
Oh, okay. Well, because there's men in this room that have never been in a relationship before. So if you're in that, you know.
Do you hate China?
No, I don't mind China.
What? What about all the human rights violations?
They're exaggerating.
I think we now found the reason why the Catholic Church is going down.
Yeah, I have nothing to do with the Catholic Church. I'm too busy working and doing stuff in my private life. So I don't have any stake in that. And if you want to mention the misfortune of children being abused for you to boost your little stupid troll, I think it's a really horrible thing for you to do that. So,
are you allowed to dislike the the Chinese Communist Party? Are you allowed to have an opinion on that, Linda, or are they going to execute you if you say you dislike them?
No comment, but thanks for the question anyway.
Have you been to Hong Kong before?
Yeah, I love Hong Kong. It's beautiful.
Is it still a pretty nice place to visit?
I haven't been back in a while.
Linda, are you attracted to black men?
Yes.
Yeah. I kind of had a feeling. If you brought one home, would your father be mad?
Yes.
Why?
I will not comment on my father's.
How about your mom? Would your mom find him attractive also, or would she be as mad as your dad?
I am not commenting. I'm sorry.
A black man has mommy and daddy issues. So that's why I wouldn't want my daughter to be with a black man, because he probably didn't have a father. And, like, you know.
Are you Christian as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, and what are you?
I'm a black person lover, I guess. Or what you call them in the Bible, beasts. Right.
There's no depiction of what is black, and for all we know, Jesus could have been black. So I don't know why would you bring that up. Malachi, the prophet before Jesus, is almost black. Did you know that?
Jesus is almost black?
No, Malachi, I said. He was the prophet before Jesus Christ, and he's dark skinned.
Yeah, Jesus was probably black.
What happens if Jesus was like the cousin of an Arab? What would you do?
It wouldn't matter to me.
Imagine
the story still remains in Christianity. The story still remains, and he's still resurrected, and it's the reason why there's the Quran. So you can't deny the resurrection of Christ, because then there'd be no Gospels. Then there wouldn't be Quran 3:3 that follows the Torah and the Gospel. You guys would be, lost.
What better role model is there than Jesus?
Nabucodonosor the second.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a good guy. The Jews especially loved him.
So funny that, Muslims are so against, gays, but they walk around in dresses all day. It's fucking weird, man.
I'm against.
Muslims.
Yeah, the Arabs wear, these dresses, these long white dresses all the time.
You mean like the Spanish?
No. What's Spanish? What are you talking about? Who wears a dress?
Have you ever seen what the Spanish wear during the Reconquista?
It wasn't a dress.
Are you sure?
You're probably thinking of Scottish people or something like that.
No, not Scottish.
I'm talking about if I went to Arabia, if I went to any place that has Arab men wearing dresses.
Iran, right?
Yeah, you can't go to a Spanish country and their men are wearing dresses. I didn't say Iran. And it's Iran.
How do you say it?
Iran.
Yeah, but I love Spanish women, to be honest. They cook good hummus.
Yeah, they'll
They make a lot of good hummus. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, a lot of the Muslim guys that come to New York, they wind up marrying Dominicans, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
They have these 24-hour stores, and then they usually have them in Spanish Harlem, and they start giving women free food, and then
I'm actually surprised you have thing against Arabs because we're
I have nothing against Arabs.
The Pope is actually
I have nothing to do with the Pope. I could care less about the Pope.
Are you an anti-Pope Catholic?
It's never done anything for me to know about the Pope or
to hug you or something.
I don't care to meet him.
But he speaks 7 languages. He's very.
That's his fucking problem. He ain't getting pussy. So what does it matter? How many languages he got? He's not getting.
I don't think he's getting pussy, but he's definitely getting ass.
That's a good point. You're probably right.
How do I get dick?
Whoa, Linda. Whoa, what? Jumped.
What did you say?
How do you do? I don't know. Well, I don't live in Australia. I don't know anybody that you could. I don't know. Go on.
I know a guy that's named Dick. He works as a customer service.
This guy's really bad at this shit.
Linda, here's what you do. Are you ready?
I am. I have my pen. I have my notepad. Joy Wolf.
This is really bad advice.
You go to a bar, probably late at night, when most people are basically done. Maybe 1 a.m., 2 a.m., something like that. You go up to the encountering from the first guy you see, right? You say to him, "Look, I'm really horny. Do you want to get out of here?" And you just wait, and he'll say yes.
What if he was gay?
Well, if Joy Wolf said that to me, I'd probably have like stage fright, and I probably wouldn't be able to perform because I would be so nervous that I probably.
So you'd be semi-erect, Buffology?
No, I'd probably just be so shy that yeah, I'd probably like get to that point and then just like bail.
Are Catholics circumcised?
No.
How do you know?
I fucked one.
Did you fuck the Pope?
No.
I fucked a Catholic who was circumcised. Or an ex-Catholic. But she wasn't very Catholic.
So why do they hate the hijab? They have one on their dick.
It's not a hijab. What are you talking about?
Isn't it like a covering?
It's a burqa.
Oh my god.
Catholics into like being Christian, they just kind of like feel guilty 6 days a week, and then they go to church on the 7th.
I think religion is just a fetish, you know? Like, it sounds hot, so people do it.
Daniel Robertson in the chat said, yes, this is a very intellectually stimulating conversation. Thank you, Daniel. I 100%.
Kierkegaard said faith was the way out of despair.
Why do Protestants make shit?
And religion is also a way out of despair, you know? Oh, wait, those are the same thing.
Why do young Muslim men ask stupid questions?
But I'm not Muslim. So I wouldn't know.
An apostate.
No, I'm not apostate. I'm a Hindu. I'm a Hindu Arab, yeah, that's right.
That just means you're a sweaty. That just means you're a sweaty creep. That's all that means, bro.
You hate Hindus as well, bro? What the hell?
No, it's just like there's always these Indian dudes that are like mad sweaty, wearing like a button down with the buttons just way too down in a club. Like, it's just gross, bro.
What club do you go in?
You guys gotta fucking maintain. You guys always look greasy. You always see girls' DMs.
Your mom looks greasy, as in his DMs.
Baba, are you in a hurry?
Yes, I identify as a camel rider. I definitely ridden a camel before, unlike pathology.
When you ride a camel, do you find that if the camel is strung along with a group of other camels, and the camel in front of your camel has diarrhea, it makes for a very unpleasant experience?
Camels never have diarrhea. That's how Arabs conquered the whole North Africa.
I disagree. I disagree. Another
camel with the
had diarrhea. No, the camel in front of my camel in the Moroccan Sahara had diarrhea, and
it was a Protestant camel.
No, I'm pretty sure it was
definitely not a Muslim camel.
It was definitely no, it was a Muslim camel. It was a Muslim. It was wearing a.
Muslims don't eat food that causes diarrhea. They have very vegan friendly food. So I wouldn't know, to be honest. Sounds like the camel you had was made in China.
So racist. I am going to go to Xi Jinping and tell him that Baba on Clubhouse slandered China.
I think Xi Jinping has good relationship with the Arabs. He wouldn't hate me.
Boys, clear follows on auditions.
You see, I have another brother with me. We're multiplying already.
So did you meet your cousin yet? The one you're gonna marry?
No, that's Alabama. That's not Arabs.
No, that's Arabs, bro.
No. We go to Europe and we marry European women for the passport.
This
is a,
well,
we
that
have a
means
new
you're poor.
strategy. We don't.
That means you're poor.
No, that's old strategy. We have new strategy.
The strategy? So you're a hoe? Is that what you're trying to say?
Dude, you are not gonna do power.
You're a hoe because you're just fucking somebody for a passport. That's a fucking hoe.
It's romantic. It's romantic.
There's nothing romantic about that.
Because you're a Catholic, you have no romance in you.
I don't need to marry someone for papers. I was born with them.
I'm not gonna lie, you sound like a Protestant.
What does a Protestant sound like?
Bitchy.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
That was misogynistic, Baba.
Yes, that's true. Astaghfirullah.
Baba, so how does that work? Like your father sits you down and tells you, well, you have to be a hoe in order to get citizenship in Europe. So go find yourself some other lady.
No. My father sits me down and says, look, apparently Protestant balls are not working, so we have.
I don't know why they would bring up Protestants when you obviously have everything all worked out.
Because we have an alliance with Orthodox and Catholics, but you don't know about it.
Oh, the Coptics?
No, the Italians and the South Europeans us.
I'm not Italian. I'm Spanish, bro. I don't know why you think.
Europeans like us.
¿Hablas español? ¿Hablas español, mi amigo?
Claro que sí, que yo hablo español.
Even in Spanish, you sound Protestant. What the hell, man?
Even as a troll, you sound like a fucking child molester. So.
Oh my god! What the fuck is wrong with you? Why do you do this?
He's starting with.
You can't just call people a fucking child molester, you fucking dumbass.
Alright, I won't say it again.
Where do you live in Spain?
See, it's always the creepy Indian dudes that always want to know where these girls live. It's just insane, bro.
Why are you
racist? Why are you defending child molesters?
Where do you live in Spain?
Why are you trying to dog Reggie, John? Are you trying to stalk him, John?
He is not Spanish.
No, he wants to give them hummus, but Barthology doesn't like good food. Probably.
I think meth suppresses your appetite.
Linda, would you ever do meth?
Never.
Have you ever done any drugs?
No. No illicit drug, not even marijuana. Although,
did you do psychedelics?
No.
Have you gotten drunk?
Yes.
Linda, would you do psychedelic drugs with me?
Yes.
Which kind would you do?
I've heard mushrooms. I do want to try ayahuasca. I would do an ayahuasca ceremony with you. In Peru, John.
Guys, I'm a virgin. Are there anyone who want to have sex with me?
Oh my god, these fucking creeps, man. And then you Joy Wolf, you say that they're not creeps, but then they say shit like that. Like,
Russ,
come on.
You cannot be talking right now. You literally in the chat earlier said something about, like, wanting to, like, I don't know, something with my butt.
No, you said meditation.
You said I'd meditate on Joy Wolf's butt.
That was a typo.
That was a typo? What do you mean to say?
My algorithm on my phone is messed.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, and this guy's a perv for just simply innocently asking if anybody wants to have sex with him. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you could imagine I am 21 years old and I'm still virgin.
You should take care of that.
You should go to Spain, John.
That's sad.
No, that's not
I
sad.
was a virgin until I was 22.
That's just, you see the difference between Protestant and non-Protestant?
Why, Joy Wolf?
Because in Protestant culture, you have sex by the age of 2.
You grew up what?
Religiously.
Oh,
See what I'm saying, Joy Wolf? And then did you just hear what he said, Joy Wolf? And he's saying that I called him the wrong name, but then he says things like that. So
But to be honest, I would have had sex earlier, but I was really scared of getting pregnant, so I didn't want to do anything that would that would have poor contraception. So I don't trust condoms. I think they're like wildly poor in terms of contraception. So I got an IUD at 22, and I got it from my ex, and we had sex.
Were you still a theist? You got an IUD when you were still a virgin?
Yeah.
How don't they have to break your hymen to get up there?
You realize it's not how the hymen works, go right?
yeah, that's fine.
You can't insert an IUD without breaking the hymen.
I fucked an IUD out of my wife. You know that? I fucked it out of her. It was
the hymen isn't some seal on the
No,
vagina.
the hymen is not supposed to be broken if you know what you're doing, actually.
It's a partial covering at the entrance of your vagina. It's just like a piece of skin that's a partial covering at the entrance of your vagina.
Does it really? Well, it depends on the woman. It doesn't always.
Depends on the guy as well.
There's like a lot of misconceptions about how the hymen even works. It's not. It's more like a rubber band than it is like some kind.
too much of a little baby coward to do it yourself. You're too much of a little baby.
I'm lazy, I'm cowardly, and I do not know what I'm doing. I'm lazy, I'm cowardly.
Are you too coward
I'm too coward.
for that?
I am.
Are you too...
Passing the buck. The last refuge of the cowardly and black-hearted. That seems harsh. Get out. Passing the buck. I'm lazy, I'm cowardly. I'm lazy, I'm cowardly, and I do not know what I'm doing. I'm lazy, I'm cowardly. And I do not know what I'm doing. I'm lazy, I'm cowardly, and I do not know what I'm doing. I'm lazy, I'm coward.